6:40 right now in the morning. Just quickly rose out of bed, packed our shit, and now we're back on the road heading to the Zurich train station, where we gotta head over to the airport and then catch that flight. I think the train's right ahead. Platform 33. Let's catch that. I think we got a good chance. Oh wait, the platforms aren't out. Oh no. We're good. We're on. We've now made it to the airport. Gonna check out where we can actually check in our plane. We're going to Dusseldorf. Ooh, made it to the German Wings check-in counter. Got our boarding pass. It's time to go through security, and my mini challenge for this morning is to find a magnet and hopefully a patch. I don't know if that's gonna be possible, but I'll give it a shot. Found it! Thank you. Oh, it's spitting. And we're in Dusseldorf. Okay, so quick update. There's been a bit of amazing race drama.
A bit of snafu.
A bit of a snafu. We were supposed to take a bus, a chartered bus from the airport to Vaals, where we're doing our Labyrinth and shooting challenge, but it never showed up.
Yeah, so we ended up having to cab in maybe 5 separate cabs.
5 separate cabs. You can see a couple cabs. The cabbies are waiting. We actually, we took an hour ride.
Right? Yeah.
To Vaals, where we're at the right spot, but there are a couple cabs that haven't made it yet. Our cab ride was 242 euros, probably the most expensive cab ride I've ever taken. And now it's pouring, so it's going to be an interesting day. I'm not sure how it's going to play out. Steve has said that he will pay for all the cab rides. It's going to cost them
an arm and a leg.
1,000 plus euros for this. So we'll see how it plays out. So we're waiting for a couple of the other cabs. Anything could happen on Competitours.
Very good.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice, good shot.
Oh, so it's a wooden. Yeah. It's a wooden dart.
Oh, it's wooden? You're kidding.
It's very ambitious.
Okay.
Good job.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
You'd be like, why is only one there?
I wouldn't take risks. I get it now?
Yeah, it's 9.
See?
All right. Nice.
apparently there's an Andre Rieu concert happening here in Maastricht. He is homeboy, hometown boy. They close it off. Oh, there we go. Thanks. Oh, wow. It's really a residence.
Yeah.
Damn. Three countries, one day. We just completed our craziest, or one of the craziest days with Competitours with day 10. Well, we might as well just dive right in and talk about what happened this morning with the whole cab situation and us not getting the bus from Dusseldorf over to Vaals.
So basically, Steve has been working with this company for years. Everything went fine, but however, for some reason, you know, he never got an email reply. There's no contact, absolutely. And around 10:45, he knew if the bus isn't here, then something must have happened. So we ended up scrambling to grab cabs, which was super expensive, but Steve graciously found accommodations for that and got us to the maze, the Labyrinth, which is located in
Vaals,
right.
That's right. And so what happened was, the last footage of us kind of getting off the cab was, we were there, but some of the cabs weren't in that same situation. How we were going to pay? It got a little complicated just because the cab fare was really expensive. Ours was 240, I think.
On average,
244
€240 per ride, and we had
every cab was different. Some wouldn't accept some credit cards because we were technically in Netherlands and not in Germany, which that's where these cabs came from. So I actually had to front $200 to Steve to pay these cabs, or one of the cabs anyways. And the others we sort of figured out. So eventually it all worked out. One of them was going to call the cops on Steve because he was like, I'm not getting paid, like what's going on? But we sorted that out, it was fine. And then we just started our day a little bit late, unfortunately, getting into lunch, which is at the park where the Labyrinth is. And then once that was done, pretty much go, like it was straight into our 2 challenges. We had to adjust a bit on the fly. But it was basically Labyrinth, which is what Sam started with, and then me on the flip side. So it was kind of a separate challenge this time. Me going into the shooting challenge. So talk about we both did it. So we swapped afterwards. But how did the maze go for you?
First of all, we have to mention that our schedule for the day was drastically shortened because of the whole bus situation. We needed to find an alternative ride to where we will end the day. And basically the restaurant owner accommodated, like he knew somebody and then he called a coach bus to take us there, but that meant that, we had to cut the day short. So on top of that, it was a pretty rainy day. So,
yes.
Regardless of whether it's Labyrinth or the weapons shooting, both, I guess it was fun and at the same time a little bit miserable just because of the whole tight schedule, everyone was rushing, and obviously the weather. So anyways, for my maze, it was tough. It was so tough. Basically, you had to go in, you had to find this challenge, they tell you to use the compass to find the hidden word. So I went and did that at least twice just to double check. After that, I lost track of my bearings, kept on coming to the same entrance a dozen of times, and I wasn't the only one, okay? So I did not finish, unfortunately. It was a bit of a bummer, but I gave it my shot. I gave it my all.
Yeah, I mean, same for me. I did it after I did my shooting, but the Labyrinth was crazy frustrating. It was starting to pour a lot harder at that point. I was wearing a jacket, but then you have to realize that it probably shows up in the footage that there's some parts where there's water shooting out of the ground. So on top of rain, I also got wet through those kind of water fountains that created barriers. And yeah, it just felt like I was just going in circles and circles. You would crack the maze a bit, but then you'd be in another section running circles, and then you somehow go back to the beginning and start all over, and then you just put up your hands.
Yeah.
So I didn't finish either. Basically, Steve had to fish us out of the bowl, so to speak, and basically we did not finish. We didn't even get to the point where you could go to the lockbox, where there's another challenge involved as part of that to open up a box, because we had some determined questions.
Yeah.
So that was that. It did not go so well, I will say.
It was fun, but it was tough.
Yeah.
What I actually enjoyed was part of the weapons challenge. You know, we got to shoot bows.
Yeah.
And also move on to crossbows. There's also blow dart and air. What was it? Air rifle.
Yeah,
it was literally a rifle, compressed
air rifle. Air rifle.
I unfortunately, because of the time, because of the schedule, I could only finish bow and crossbow. I found that the bow aiming is a bit hard. I'm not used to archery. Both
This
of
is
them
your first
were
time?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
But you know, I aced all 3 of my shots on the crossbow, just boom, right in the center, and that was very thrilling. How about you? You did all 4 weapons, right?
Yeah, so like it was pretty good. It was pretty fun, for sure. I thought it was a bit unorganized. The guy was kind of scrambling. It wasn't like very official. They literally just set up some stuff on a field for at least the bow section. I thought what was the most neat was definitely the dart blowing, which you didn't get to do. It really felt like we were in the Amazon jungle trying to shoot down, or in the African safari trying to shoot down a rhino or something, you know, shooting these darts into the target. And so that was pretty cool. I did well for some of them not so well. The air rifle, I missed 2 shots, and so I think I only got 1 point for that. One of the rings that counted. But overall, it was good. It was fun.
Yeah, in terms of points though, it's pretty much a throwaway.
Yeah, I'd say so. I don't think we got anything in. Luckily, this was not a risk reward for us.
No, I don't think
so. We just regular points. We'll probably just end up with 0 for this challenge. But we'll take it in as lessons learned for what happened, and I hope to never do a Labyrinth again.
Hey, but that's that. There's actually a much more exciting thing going on right now where we are.
Yeah, so I mean, first of all, we gotta say like where we are right now. This is our hotel for the night. Actually, 2 nights here in Maastricht. So after we got our bus into Maastricht, we checked into this hotel. I think it's an urban
house.
Urban residence. That's what it's called.
Yeah,
a place that anyone can easily book. But I mean, just look around. It's absolutely beautiful and very simple design.
IKEA,
very modern. Kind of has that IKEA flair to it, but even better than what you see at IKEA. So it's been really awesome to kind of explore what's around here. There's actually a loft, so there's an upstairs as well. So this is a huge property, and so great for long-term stay. But what's really happening outside, and we just missed a bit of the music, is that Andre Rieu actually hails this as his home, and once a year he performs 4 days, 4 days of that particular week, where he plays and performs for his local crowd. And so he just wrapped up, I believe, his final show for this year. We happened to be here. We didn't have tickets, but we could hear it from our room,
loud and clear,
very loud, with the windows open, and even on the streets, of course. There are tons of people heading there. Pretty crazy time here in Maastricht.
Yeah.
And really one last day left tomorrow. We are going to be at Maastricht, and we'll be doing all of our challenges here. You'll see what those are, and it's going to be fun. It's kind of sad that things are wrapping up, but I don't know. Part of me is like kind of ready to go back because just really tired.
Exhausting.
Really tired.
Pretty much we're getting less than 5 hours sleep every day.
Pretty much, and a lot of running around and doing crazy stuff.
But I know for sure I'm gonna miss this once it's over.
Yeah,
I'm so used to this lifestyle now, you know.
Yeah, running around with Steve, with the group, like all the friends that we've made along the way, it's something that just can't be replicated. And so again, for those that are watching this, like really think about Competitours. If you're looking for something truly different in Europe, this is the thing to do.